up with Laura. I'm going to tell her everything I feel about her. Everything.
I did not give a shit. She was now upset she wasn't there, because if she was there, Caroline had to say what she said behind her back to her face. She could have given her a dirty slap. Honestly, you lost a dirty slap.
I got married for love, not for money, and I loved my husband even till today. You don't sit down there and tell me you want to slap me. You all should sit me.
Caroline, I'm not scared of you. No, please say it again.
You already told me.
Yeah. Oh, you told her what I told you?
Yeah, I told her.
She told you what you
My head is going like this.
Now I want to believe that Yabo is mature enough to just filter what she, because I don't mind what Yabo tells Chioma.
Honestly, the part that got to me and I said to you stop was when she said that you said that if you were there and Caroline was saying the things that she was saying, that you would have slapped her.
Hello my darling Fumi Nation. Welcome back to Real Housewives of Lagos episode 3. When I tell you that it was a ghost bars, come and see fight. Without a beat, my darlings, how are you? How are we? I dressed up for the occasion. It was kind of sort of necessary. Let us start from the tippy top. So what happens? Darling Iyabo was at the spa and she invites Laura to the fabulous spa to come and get some beauty treatments, pedicures, you know, filing the claws and like. And she wants to find out from Laura, Hunty, exactly why did you not show up at the beach vacay? Because we all know you needed it. So Laura shows up and she's looking fabulous. Might I say, Yabo looks fabulous at the confectionery. Gorgeous. I love the black. I love the ponytail. Yada, yada, yada. She's put together. Anywho, Laura shows up. Laura's wearing this beautiful orange top that I love. And they get to talking. And Laura says, you know what? Let me tell you something, Yabo. I'm not cool with a couple of girls there. I'm not cool with Caroline. I'm not cool with Chioma. Why? We all know, because Chioma said, you know what? Laura, you're an associate of like, you come and you patronize my business. Laura said, ooh, no, we friends, sis. We been friends. And since she received that issue, she has not been feeling Chioma at all. So for her to start saying, let me go to a getaway, I'm already feeling outnumbered as it is. No, I think I'm going to press back. Mind you, while we're on the subject, Tiana did tell me. She did tell me what all of y'all were talking about me over there. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's nice. I wasn't there. Keep my name out your mouth. It was not necessary. Why, oh why? She let Yabo know. And the funny thing for me is I want to know what Tiana told Laura. Why? Because it was Yabo who was imitating Laura. I don't know whether Laura knew that, but her focus was on Carol to the point that she said, you know what, with all the rubbish that Carol was saying about me at the beach getaway, I would have slapped her. She apologized to Yabo. Yabo accepted it. She got up, kissy, 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 hug, hug. You are amazing. Those were Yabo's words to Laura. Laura felt good in her seat. She was like, okay, you know what? Yabo and I are cool. I'm happy about that because you know what? I'm not trying to make an enemy out of you. Again, I'm kind of sort of confused because you see, all of this is communication. And I am big on communication because it can avoid situations. Yeah? When Laura was talking to Tiana in Tiana's boutique, Tiana said, Laura, come for the beach getaway. And Laura said, I'm not friends with Iyabo. She's your friend. She's not my friend. So it's funny now that Laura now comes to the spa to say, I have no problem with you, Iyabo. Laura, you have to pick a side and you have to stick to that side. Okay? Because the way things unraveled in this episode, I sincerely feel that you were ill-advised to come onto this reality show because you are losing before you even started, and I will tell you guys further down why. Moving along, Carol and Chioma are besties. They're friends. I like them. I like Chioma. I like Caroline. They go jewelry shopping. I wasn't too crazy about Chioma's hairstyle, but I will say Chioma loves to dress. She loves to give looks, and Caroline is looking fabulous in a yummy red dress. They're picking out rings. They're having fun as girlfriends do, and Chioma asks Caroline, what do you mean about gold digging? You know, because you did say that. And Caroline said, yes, I'm a gold digger. I dig for gold in everything in my life. I want the best for my life. I want the best for my child. I want to dig when it comes to opportunities. I want to dig when it comes to what I'm building. I dig. And you know what? I sat back and I said, Caroline, you're onto something. I like that. I like that expression. We jump to my favorite character in the whole show so far, my beautiful Tiana. One thing I'm going to give Tiana, and you know what, Tiana, I'm taking notes. I am taking notes. Tiana will not lose any opportunity to push her brand. Guys, hit the link below because I have what? My F.D.V sport. Yes, my darlings, I sell t-shirts. I'm selling glasses. I have my flask when I'm a little bit thirsty. Honey. Delish. And it has there. F.D.V, honey. Go ahead and support a sister. Buy my clear push-up tape. Fabulous collaboration is what I'm wearing here so that I can have that shoulder and be clear. Go right ahead and patronize. Use my discount code if you're loving this makeup. JUVIAS Place, my discount code. Tiana, I'm taking notes. Tiana is having a photo shoot. Yeah. She's having a photo shoot. She's with her husband and I just love her vibe. I love her vibe with her man. I love the vibe that they have together. They collaborate. They come together and they create beautiful stuff. I will give that to Tiana. I see where her head is at. She don't have time for the horse and pony show. Jumping out, Iyabo now FaceTimes Choma and they decide that they're going to have a workout date. I used to do this with my girlfriend. It's one of the most fun things ever. Again, you guys go and patronize F.D.V Sport. It's all about fitness, exercise, getting hot, steamy and sexy for summer, which is around the corner. And they decide to come together for a workout date and just get a little chit chat. It's on this chit chat now that Iyabo now asks Choma, my love, how did you find the getaway? Did you love it? Did you enjoy it? And Choma right out the gate says, I loved it. I had a wonderful time. The beach getaway was fabulous. I lived for it. I just wasn't too crazy about the game, you know, because I felt that it would have been fair game if Laura was there so that as we made fun of her, she made fun of us. She pointed out to us and then it would have kind of been fair. As she mentioned Laura, Iyabo now said, funny that you should mention Laura. I invited Laura to the beauty spa and she came over and she had a hell of a whole lot to talk about. She also insisted that you, Choma, and her were friends. Like you were friends. And she just didn't understand why you were just giving her a show left and right. Choma now turned and said, nah, bitch, we were never friends. She patronized my business. She patronized my restaurant and my fabulous hair. She came with her friends. They bought. She came with her friends to the restaurant. They ate, but we weren't friends. Let me stop right there. Choma, make una check on herself, say una no dey tell lies. Because, and I'm going to give her a shout out here. First and foremost, I love my Fumi Nation. You guys are fabulous. I have to now give a shout out to my girl. Let me get to where I got to get to. Betty Wayme. Betty Wayme, I think I'm going to have you work with me on a couple of stuff. I like your vibe. The girl is serious. Anyway, she sent me this link. She was like, for me, they have this Twitter space where they talk about the show. So I said, you know what? Let me hear a little something because I don't know all these girls' backstories. When you give us the backstory, then the episode kind of makes more sense because it brings a lot of stuff to light. Here I am doing my makeup to come and talk to you guys. And it comes to light that indeed Choma and Laura were friends. That they went to clubs together. Yes. That they boogied down and dropped it like it's hot in the club. Then from there they went to go and eat puff puff. They went to eat fried plantain. Choma, is that true? Because if it is true, then I can see why Laura's upset. Because it's like, you forget when I pulled your hair back when you were throwing up. You understand me? In the toilet when we went to the club and you drank too much. I mean, that is not associate. That is kind of, yeah, we know each other. Unless Choma wants to come up here and say, we met at the club a couple of times. We bumped up at the club a couple of times. Then I can say, okay. But there seems to be lots of cracks in the stories because the story just gives us, it gives us what, 40 minutes and that's it. Whereas this thing spans like 4 or 5 years. So I was like, things that make you say, Choma, watch your mouth because I like you. We're gonna check yourself. Don't come here and come and start telling lies. Anywho, Yabo went on to tell Choma that Laura even said that if she was there, she would have slapped Caroline. Yabo Olofofo, Yabo Agbaya, respect yourself. Let me tell you, I do not see the reason why, Yabo, you went ahead to have this game at the beach house. I said it in the last episode, I'll say it now. It was all negativity. It couldn't lead to anything positive. You, the actress, put it upon yourself to impersonate Laura at the beach house. When Laura came to see you at the spa, you did not tell Laura face to face, head on, you know what, while you're on the subject about Caroline, I was the one that was impersonating you and I was only joking. It was fun, you know, it wasn't anything. If you're upset about Caroline, you got to be upset with me first. That you now went to Choma to say, Choma, this is what Laura said. This is Olofofo. This is mouth. This is gossip. It's something that I cannot stand. At your age, not your shoe size. It wasn't necessary to tell Choma. Not at all. To what end? And I say that because you stood up and kissed Laura and said, you're amazing. You never indicated at any time that, you know what, Laura, no, don't say that. You're out of line. As a matter of fact, this spa has kind of gone sour. And when I see Caroline, I'm going to tell her what you said. I would have respected you for that. Why? Because the next clip was when Choma said, I am offended on behalf of Caroline. I don't like that. That is not on. And you know what? If she slapped Caroline, I would slap her too. That's a friend. But she's also straightforward. Had you done what Choma had done, then I'd have said, well, hey, it is what it is. On top of which, why were you even telling Choma? Choma is not the CEO of anybody's life. That's the way I look at it. Choma, I live for you. I live for you. I like how straightforward you are. You call it like it is. It is absolutely obvious that you and Caroline are friends. That you and Caroline have sat back and you've talked a little bit. While Caroline's daughter is spending the weekend with her dad, the two of you have kicked back, spas, yoga, stuff that we haven't seen, talking on the phone. I do it with Christina all the time. Right now, Ula's not around. Adrian is with the nanny. I'll finish up. I'll kick it with Christina before I come and start making dinner, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you guys kicked back and she has had a heart-to-heart with you. And you have had a heart-to-heart with her. Because in the last episode, you were doing yoga. This episode, you went to go and buy jewelry. You are friends. And you know a hell of a whole lot more than we know. And so you're right to stand up for Caroline because you believe your friend. Yaba was kind of taken aback. Like, oh, wow. Choma has claws. I mean, under those beautiful filed nails, she has claws. Don't miss. And so we come to the most fabulous scene of it all. Caroline hosts a bohemian party for the girls. Actually, it was a bohemian picnic. Una come and sit down. Na ground with this sit down. Na ground. Olofofo Yabo entered the scene. She had this wonderful, beautiful big hair that I loved. I wasn't crazy about the lace front. You could see that it was lace, you understand? But from a distance, it looked okay. It gave me Dream Girls Beyonce. I worked on that film, so I know. That's what it gave me. She looked cute, she looked good, she sat down. And then from there, Laura showed up. Wearing something okay. You know, nothing bohemian-esque, but she was very polite to Caroline, to which Yabo was saying, is it not you that said that you will slap Caroline's head off? Look at you, being over-polite, super polite. Might I add the same thing for Caroline? Then, who walks in? Chioma. Chioma looking Mami Wata. I loved the dress. I live for the dress. I loved the ribbon in the back. I actually saw where she was going with the flowers in the hair, but she looked like a garden and not in a good way. She should have gone for the Billie Holiday. The Billie Holiday look where you have the flowers all the way to the side, encasing the face, not overpowering the face. At one point, I just thought, you know what? Who has a watering can? Let me just water her. Chioma, I get where she's going. She's got all the time and she loves to dress up. And I love her looks. For me, for that garden party, she was the best dressed neck down. The makeup, beautiful, but the flower applique was a hot mess. There was no direction for it and it was too much. It was too much. Too much. I think that's the little thing a bit about Chioma. It's too much. It's too much makeup, too much jewelry, too much hair, too much dressing, too much clothes. It's too much. You have to. The thing is, Chioma, you're the queen. You are who we want to see. Everything you wear are the accessories. It's to embrace you. It's not to overpower you. Guys, will you agree with me that if Chioma sat down by your side on the wrong side of the flowers, you would have not known who you were talking to. You'd have just thought you were talking to flowers because it was too much. When it's too much where we can't see you or the first thing we see is what you're wearing, it's too much. Take it off, taper it down. Needless to say, you still won for best look. Then Tiana comes in. She's got that boho Indian vibe. She sees Laura and she said, Laura, wow. So you knew how to show up for the bohemian, but you didn't know how to come and show up for the beach getaway. To which Laura, already feeling intimidated of some sort, went on to say, well, you guys were talking about me and I don't think that was fair. I don't think that was nice, Caroline. And Carla went on to say, we were only joking. It was just a joke. You yourself, you can't take joke. Unado they play with somebody. Here's the thing. I'm going to stop there. I sincerely believe that when Caroline found out the lineup of characters or cast for this show, she said, sign me up. And you're about to find out why. She said, my time has come for vindication. I'm going to get it. I will also say Laura was absolutely goddamn right. They called out her name at that beach house and there was some truth to it. Again, it's going to come out in its plea. There was no joking about what they said about Laura. That is fact. Because Laura went on to say, Caroline, you talk a lot of shit about my sister. I don't think that if Laura knew 3, 4, 5 seconds before what she had jumped head foot into, she would have retracted that comment, but it was too goddamn late. Caroline, and I needed to see this because Caroline has been soft throughout. Caroline lost it all the way. And Laura noticed right away that she had made a mistake. She said, yeah, let me come and dust her off. That means, you know what, let me see what I can get out of this. Don't say anything about my sister. Don't say anything about my sister. Don't say anything about my sister. And Caroline said, you brought her up. I'm going to talk about her. Your sister, Linda Ikeji. Linda Ikeji is a blogger. She's a very, very well-known blogger. And she's controversial of sorts. Some people will see. She's made good on her career and she bought a house on Banana Island. Very attractive. I think she has a son. And the blog now has blown full on where I think she has writers. Just like, the Shade Room. She has individual writers that carry on stories. Needless to say, Caroline said that Linda Ikeji was very much a big part of the demise of her marriage. She talked about her daughter, that her daughter was not biologically her husband's, which of course, I mean, like, what are you saying? That she's sleeping around, that kind of thing. Caroline was just, you could see that this was something that had fermented in her for a very long time. And so when she found out that Laura EKG, who is the younger sister of Linda EKG, is going to be in this show, she said, sign me up. Forget about how much you're paying me. I need payback. I will get Linda through Laura. I will get her 100%. That's how I saw this. And Caroline went the hell off, and she was justified. I'm a mom. Caroline went on to say that she almost lost her life giving birth to her daughter. The same thing with me. I almost lost my life giving birth to Adrian, and I actually had to have blood transfusion. Ula was there and he did not know which way to go. Adrian had been born and he was crying in the corner, and they were trying to save my life. It is extremely scary. And I could hear Ula, and I could hear Adrian, and I could hear the doctors, and I was like, God, please, I have to take care of my child. I have to don't take me now. Don't take me. Please don't take me now. And so when she said that, I identified with her. The daughter was born with 2 holes in her heart. They discovered one, and then they discovered the second hole in her heart. Linda EKG, according to Caroline, had also talked about her age, that she wasn't a certain age or something like that or whatever. But she really had bone of contention for Linda. And so when Laura was saying, don't talk about my sister, she said, bitch, you need to shut the fuck up, because you know what? You and her, I will sink you right here. She went all the way off, and Laura was just mute. Yabo now turned to Tia and said, remember I told you what Linda said about me? So it was intense. And Laura was sitting there, and she just had to swallow it up. She went on to apologize to Caroline. I say, Caroline, make her no vex. I didn't know. I'm a mother too. So you know what? I can't talk about that. When I speak to my sister, I'm going to sort it out. Here's the thing. Laura knew, signing up for this show, that this was going to come face to face. Laura and her sister, Linda, are super, super close. If you follow them on Instagram, they are super close. From the second that Laura told Linda, I'm going to be on the Real Housewives of Lagos, guess who the cast is? Linda and Laura had to have talked about this. And that is why Laura had a chip on her shoulder with Caroline, because she knew that this was going to be an upheaval of a friendship if they ever got there. Because Caroline had deep beef with her sister. It makes sense. Here's the thing. In Laura's defense, my sister's my sister. What do you expect me to do? You can fry her, but I'm not going to help you bring the oil and pan. I cannot. She's my sister. So Laura had to stand up for the sister. At the same time, Laura was between a rock and a hard place. I truly believe that she felt empathy. She might not have shown it because she wasn't prepared to hear what Caroline had to say. And the way Caroline went all the way off, that is somebody that is speaking the truth. That is somebody that has held this for years, because her daughter is older now. Her daughter is what, 8, 9 or something like that. So this was dangerous territory. I don't know why Laura went there to come and say, let me come and do Real Housewives of Lagos. You don't get chance for this side. They don't hate you, hate all of your family. Calm down. Now, I'm going to say something here. It's unfortunate that Laura is suffering for what her sister did or allegedly had done. Before Adrian was born, I had a credit card in Norway. I busted it. It was my business. Well, I said, Fumi, come and pay this thing. And he was paying for it. He was paying it for me small. We left Norway and we came to London. And I didn't care. I was like, I've left, who cares, whatever. The second Adrian was born, I paid that card off. I didn't want it to affect Adrian in any way, because Adrian's Norwegian. Yeah, his father's Norwegian. He can go there. You don't know what's in the future. Then because of what I've done, it will now affect Adrian. You have to be careful about things that you do, because you love your family and you don't want things to affect them. Because it became a Linda Ikeji situation up in there. To the point, Laura said, why is everybody bringing up Linda? Because Linda allegedly, because I don't know, has done all of these things. And these girls are mad. These girls are pissed all the way off. Because once it's out there, it's out there. And these bloggers are vicious. As you very well know, we've got drama channels. Some of those girls can be brutal. And it can really stir up the pot, and it damages families, it damages your career, it damages your self-esteem. It is very, very damaging. And Laura is 10 toes deep in support of her sister, as she should. But how heavy and for how long will Laura be able to carry this? That's what this is right here. Now we get to the bottom of it. Now we understand what is going on. Now we see why Laura knew that, you know what, she couldn't have survived that beach getaway. There's no way, because there would have been nowhere for her to run. No way. And I know Linda is watching this and say, Pele, sorry. But at the end of the day, Linda, this is what you created, and it's what your sister now is suffering because of what you said you did allegedly. And so, my darling, this was how the battlefield went on. Choma just gave Laura the side eye insect and just turned around. The fight went on. The fight went on and on and on and on to the very end, and we got snippets from the other episode where Choma and Laura go head to head. Caroline was fed up. She got up. She was so sickened by the whole thing that she just got up in her bohemian outfits, 2 slits on the side. She just clipped it with her fingers and got up and said, you know what, Laura, apology, yeah, there, whatever. You just stay where you're at, because you haven't showed empathy. You haven't shown compassion. You've not showed any empathy towards me. You're just apologizing that, yes, I'm a mom, you're a mom. So you know what, going forward, how about you just stay over there and I'll stay over here. I'm good here. Laura was between a rock and a hard place. Like I said, she didn't know which way to turn. And then she turned over to Tiana for support. She was like, Tiana, you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be supporting me. You're supposed to. And Tiana said, excuse me. I'm a one-man soldier. I do my own thing. I don't have to stand up to support nobody. You understand me? You do you. Again, this really weighs in on Linda Ikeji, not Laura. Laura is the fall guy. Laura is the person that is in the front line at war, and you pepper them with bullets. Pie. You shoot that one dead. But that's not the real person that did it. You know, it is what it is. Somebody's caught with drugs. No, the drug dealer is who I'm looking for. But the person caught with drugs will go to jail first, and then you will go and explain, how did you get these drugs? Laura didn't stand a chance. She was outnumbered. I see why she went over to Yabo, to see perhaps Yabo would like her, that maybe Yabo would go ahead and support her. But Yabo right there at the dinner table earlier on in the dinner narrated everything to Choma and let Laura know. Oh, I told Choma, by the way. And Laura turned to her and said, you went to tell Choma. Choma, it doesn't have anything to do with this. I would have felt so much more better if you had gone to go and tatafo your mouth to Caroline. And then you went in to come and say, I will slap her. You understand me? The worst thing that I said. Having said that, you understand me, is because I felt some kind of way at how they were talking and gossiping about me. And all of you are sided together. And I'm feeling kind of sort of alone here. I mean, what the fuck? Laura, I hear you. And I do believe when you apologize to Caroline that you didn't mean to slap her, that you're not that kind of person. You don't have friends on this table. You do not have friends on the... Repeat after me. You ain't got any friend here. You don't have friend here. You don't have a friend in these ladies. They're not feeling your ass. They're not feeling your sister's ass. They're not feeling your family's ass. They're not feeling your ass, bitch. They're not feeling you. You will have to find a way to navigate all of this and find your own soldiers and tribe going forward, or you just have to keep mute. But you're not going to win this fight, because before you even walked up in here, there's animosity towards your sis, which has nothing to do with you. Darlings, I beg, make una chook mouth. Let me know how you feel about this episode. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. Like I said, houseboy, housegirl, driver, cook, madam with the sell granite for yonder. Make her to come and subscribe. You self come and tell me how you feel about this matter. Because you see, the one thing we are not like, not the gossip. I don't like it. I want to see boss babes. You want to waste your time up in here, apart from Tiana talking about this one said, that one said, which is not really the case per se. It's not pushing your business, pushing your brand. I'll give it to Tiana, she's pushing her brand. I'll even give it to Chioma good hair. She's pushing that hair, that lace front like no man's business, giving us styles and everything. That is the point of your platform. Push your brand. Like I said, buy F.D.V Fitness. It's down there. Buy my push-up tape. Fabulous. Just look at how gorgeous this looks. And I'm a big busted sis. But you know what? That push-up tape, you line it, you lay it down. It's fabulous. Did you guys see my hair? Look at my hair. Yes, queen, mother. That's right. Do it. You saw me, the clips and everything. Hair, everything just laid, lashes and all. I want to see you pushing your businesses, talking about your bosses. Even if you want to have a fight here and there or whatever disagreement, let it be about how you're coming to the table and she's trying to steal your business or she's trying to steal customers. Not that this one said, that one said, slap. I don't need to watch you. You understand me? If it's all about a slap. I don't want to see it. I'm not feeling it. I'm too fabulous and I only do fabulous things. I live, I love. Do we live? Do we love? Let me take a drink. I'm thirsty. So yes, my darling, that was what? Episode 3. I'll be here for 4. And guess who? Mariam shows up. Mariam shows up with Tiana. You know it's going to be hot. All right, my darlings. Do we live? Do we love? Let me know in the comments. Mwah. This is by Fancy Ladies. For those of you that are asking, it's by Fancy Ladies. It's a dress. It's as sexy as hell. Use my discount code Fumi to get everything on the website. When I tell you, it gives me love and life all day long. All right, my darlings. Let me know how you feel about this tea.